YouTube, what's good? What's going on, guys? My Smell Good family, what's going on? How are you guys? Hopefully you guys are doing very, very well. Of course, it's your guy one more time, Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., and I am back with another fragrance video. And of course, I know why you's here. Yeah, you here to hear me talk about that smell good. Now, I did that on purpose to be corny now. I did that on purpose. How can I be absolutely corny? All right, so I did that on purpose and hopefully it works. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's video. As always, appreciate all the support and love that I'm getting for this channel and the podcast and the vlogs. Man, it's just been really dope. So just thank you and salute to you guys for showing that love and that support. It really means a lot, like for real, for real. Sometimes I sit back and be like, man, like, this thing is really going like that, man. It's really going like that, and it's all because of your guys' support, and I definitely appreciate that. All right, so today is a video. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. I just didn't really know the means of trying to, go about it. But now I got it pretty figured out, and I'm just at this point of like, what the hell, man? Let's just go ahead and roll it out. So one of my best, it's two lines in particular, all right, that when I first started my collection and my journey, they resonated with me, and they still do. All right, now the first one is what we're talking about today, the Bleu de Chanel line, and then the second one is just John Varvatos fragrances, period. All right, but those are the two that stick with me, and I always keep them in the conversation of fragrances that move me. All right, so with this Bleu de Chanel line, obviously it's popular. You've probably seen hundreds of videos like this, but due to my connection and how I feel about Bleu de Chanel, I have to do a video like this as well, because I want it to be a part of my journey and my catalog, and I want to give my spin on what my experiences have been with Chanel and the Bleu de Chanel line. All right, so I'm very excited and looking forward to starting off this video, and we're going to do that right now. So Bleu de Chanel. All right, so story time. All right, so probably about, I want to say 2 years ago. 2 years ago, me and my wife were out looking for fragrances. I really don't know what we were doing it for. We could have just been doing it just to do it, getting ready for a wedding. I don't know. But I know me and her were at one of our local malls, and I was looking for something besides 1 million. Something besides 1 million. I wanted to upgrade. All right, I wanted to get to like the next level, so to speak, of fragrances. All right, so I walk around the corner, and I told the woman who was working the counter that day, hey, I'm looking for something. I don't want Invictus. I don't want 1 million. I don't want any of that y'all got over there. Let's go over here and let's talk about some Tom Ford, some Chanel. Let's talk about that. So right off the rip, she said, hey, have you ever heard of the Bleu de Chanel line? At that time, I heard of it, but I haven't smelled it. Was I living in a cave? Was I barely alive? I don't know, but I had never smelled it, but I indeed have heard of it. So the first Bleu de Chanel that I smelled was the Parfum, not the EDT or the EDP. The Parfum was the first one I smelled. So as soon as I smelled it, as soon as my wife smelled it, it was game over. Game over. Nothing to talk about. Matter of fact, she didn't even mention the EDT, and she didn't even mention the EDP. It was just strictly the Parfum. So I purchased it. That was my first purchase of the Bleu de Chanel line. And I wore that thing out. Was wearing it everywhere that I could. I didn't even understand notes or chords or anything of that nature. All right. Now fast forward to, not now, but maybe a year ago. All right. That's when my mind started becoming more curious about the Bleu de Chanel line. As I talked more with my friends and I started meeting people in the fragrance community, the EDT and the EDP were conversations that were out there. And I didn't care to have them. I was all the way in on the Parfum. It just did not matter to me. All right. And eventually I acquired the EDT and I acquired the EDP. So I'm here to break down the line, and hopefully this will help someone who is trying to figure out which version of Bleu de Chanel should they look into, because the Parfum is not for everybody. The EDP is not for everybody. And the EDT is not for everybody. It just so happened that all three are for me. All three are definitely for me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And I'll try to make this as painless as possible. All right, no, I'm just kidding, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. Gotta wipe off my bottle, man. This thing's a fingerprint magnet. So let's go ahead and get into the first version, the one that kicked it all off. We have Bleu de Chanel, the EDT concentration. All right, now I have a 5-ounce bottle, 150 mLs that's inside of here. Now this one is the one that set the world on fire. All right, now the notes are the notes in these fragrances. There are some slight differences from the EDT, the EDP, and the Parfum. But with this one, you get that lemon, you get that grapefruit. It's very bright, very citrusy. You got some nutmeg, some incense, some ISOE super in here. You know, it's very, very radiant. It's very, very bright. Of course, this is the cheapest out of the crew. I think you get a full 100 ml bottle, I think for $100 or a little over $100. I think you get a 50 ml for like, I think it's like $80 or $75. I wouldn't know because I don't have any 50s of this. I just got 100 and up. But this was the last that I got in my collection. This was last. All right, so the Parfum was first, the EDP, and then the EDT. So I went totally backwards. But this one right here is very versatile no matter what. So if you're looking for something bright, fresh, with a beautiful opening, something that's just going to captivate you and those who are around you, definitely look into this. This is something that is inoffensive. It's harmless, but it smells very good. All right, it smells very good, and it has quality to it. You don't get this synthetic alcohol-y vibe when you first spray the EDT of Bleu de Chanel. You don't. You get a good quality scent. All right, great opening. You smell that citrus. You get that fresh spiciness. You get that incense note in here. The dry down is beautiful. This is an all-around fragrance where you can grab it, throw it down, and get up out of there. Work, wedding, date night, it does not matter. Summer, spring, fall, like this is ultra versatile. Is the EDT version from Bleu de Chanel. All right, now the drawback from the EDT is the longevity. It does not last long. All right, it's similar to not most, but some designer high-end brands. I've experienced this with some Tom Fords, like Lost Cherry. It doesn't last long. But Tom Ford costs way more money than this. This is like, you know, that Tom Ford Lost Cherry costs 3-4 times the price as this. But is it something that should deter you? Be a part of the reapply boys. Yeah. I'm a part of that. You know, take the bottle with you, put it in a small decant, reapply. After 4 or 5 hours, reapply and get back out in the game. All right, that's what you can do with this one, okay? So that's why I went with the 5-ounce bottle. Because I knew at this stage of my fragrance journey, I got this last year Father's Day time, the big bottle. So I knew at this point in my fragrance journey, my collection was growing, so I would be using this differently than some. And no disrespect, but I do wear this fresh out the shower. I do wear this to run errands. I do wear this to do, you know, put it like this. If I got my Crocs on or I got my Nike slides on, and you know, I even wear this to the gym. I even wear it to the gym because that's just where I'm at with it. All right, and I always have the entire line. So yeah, EDT is great. It's versatile. It's the most cheapest of the. It's the most cheapest of the line, and it could definitely pay dividends for you because this DNA and this scent is fantastic. Like I said, the citrus up top, ginger, incense, ISOE super, just a great blend. All right, so the EDT is great. It is great. Get it. All right, get it. All right. So next up, we switch up a tad bit. This has been named the best of the line. Now, it is not the best of the line to me, but it definitely holds a significant place in my heart. And no, I don't wear this to the gym. All right. Up next, we have the EDP version from Bleu de Chanel, and this is absolutely amazing. They add a few notes in here. Prominently, the melon note that is in here. You know, you still got the nutmeg, you got the citruses. I believe they removed the ISOE Super out of this. They hold off on it on the EDP, and then they added it back to the Parfum. But this one is a little bit more deeper, has more depth, a little bit more body, a little bit more richer, more creamier. That sandalwood in here is definitely stirring that creaminess up in this fragrance. This juice is more mature, a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit less playful than the EDT. All right. Now this one, not unanimously, but probably renownedly, has been considered the best out of the line. I don't feel that way, but most people who you speak to, they will say that. All right. And I'm not mad at it. You know, this is something where you can wear. Is it just as versatile? I'm going to say yes as the EDT. It's definitely as versatile as the EDT. But this one for sure, date night, easy money on the date night. You can wear this on a job interview. You can, dress this up. You can do a lot with this, all right? And it will be felt more, all right? You will come across a little bit more dangerous, interesting with the EDP compared to the EDT, which can come off a little bit playful and just flat out just a big bomb of freshness, all right, and citrus, all right. But this one right here is great. Now this one I believe is 125. I only have a 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 ml of this one right here, but this one is really good. Like I said, it's very, very popular and people consider it to be the best. You can't miss with this one. Like I said, big fresh opening, big citrus opening, creamier, more sandalwood, that melon note, still get that citrus, still get that ginger, but that sandalwood is really stirring up a little bit more aggressively in this one, and that's where the comparisons are, and it's significant and you notice it. All right, so the EDP is great. This is something that I definitely will pick up. Like I said, I will pick up all of them, but the EDP is great. All right, now last but not least, this is my favorite out of the lineup. This is the best one to me. It's not up for discussion. Well, it is up for it was up for discussion at one point when I first received the EDP. I'm wiping off this bottle because it's a massive fingerprint magnet. Now this is a top fiver for life. I'll definitely have this for the rest of my life. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum concentration. Man, I absolutely love this stuff. Man, absolutely love it. So with this one, they take away from the EDT and the EDP and they add for the Parfum. So they add the tonka bean in here. The ISOE Super is back in here, and with that sandalwood and that tonka, with I think it's just bergamot up top in this thing. I don't think no lemon or melon is in here. I think the bergamot is still there. I think it's some lemon zest, like lemon peel that they replaced the lemon, the grapefruit with from the EDT and the EDP. To me, you get niche quality vibes with this. Chanel has never said this is their take on the niche quality with the blue fragrance, even though they have niche fragrances for Chanel, of course. But this is niche quality. The sandalwood and the tonka bean, the dance that it does with the ISOE Super is elegant. It's beyond sophisticated. It's elite on top of elite. A lot of body, a lot of personality with this fragrance. A significant improvement in quality for me that the EDT and the EDP just doesn't have. I'm not talking about how they smell. I'm talking about the overall quality. The overall quality is significant in the Parfum concentration. For me, this lasts the longest. It hits the hardest, and it's definitely a stone cold stunner of a fragrance, and it's going to leave its mark on no matter who you're around. Now, this is a top 5 for life, and for me, I'm not just going to wear this anywhere because it has significance, but this is definitely a date night fragrance. Matter of fact, the last time I wore this is when my son was born. I just welcomed a new baby boy about 3 months ago, and I wore this when he was born because I wanted everything that I wore and what I had going on to be significant and hold a dear place. So I sprayed this on, and it just felt right. So me and my wife are in the hospital expecting our child, and Bleu de Chanel was all over the place, the parfum version in that hospital, and it was excellent, and I'll always remember it, and so was she, and so was the woman who delivered our baby. She gave me a nice compliment. But this is the best of the line. It costs the most. I think a full bottle of this is like $155. I'll have it for life. I don't care if they bump it up to $200. I'm buying it because it's just what it represents and what it means to me. So this is more rich, has more body, lasts longer, better quality overall, and you definitely notice a difference between the EDT, the EDP, and by the time you get to the parfum version. Okay, all right. So that is my take of the Bleu de Chanel line. Once again, you have the EDT, fresh, bright, citrusy, just a big bomb of fun. All right, with this one. Then you have the EDP, a little bit more serious, has a little bit more body. Add a little bit more dimensions to this, some melon in here. Still keep the grapefruit and the lemon and the nutmeg, the spices, but just a little bit more of an upgrade, what you have right here with the EDP. And then with the Parfum Concentration, it's just a boss fragrance. It's niche quality, heavy body, heavy presence, super creamy, just heavy impact, and it's significant difference from the EDT and the EDP to me. All right, and that's where the parfum version comes into play. So 100 for EDT, 125 for EDP, and 155 for the parfum. You choose. All right, so that's my spin on the Bleu de Chanel line. Know this video ran kind of long, but I've been itching to do this video, so I said, why not? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get it out the way, even though I know y'all have seen hundreds of videos on Bleu de Chanel, but this is just your boy's take. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hit subscribe if you have not. I would appreciate that support. My Smell Good family. I'll see you guys on the very next fragrance video. All right.